Waka waka, everybody. Martha, you understand that. Welcome to the 42nd episode of In a Water Screen, where
two idiots, very much idiots, who know nothing about movies, talk about movies.
Before we get into episodes, Jesus.
40.
Before we get into today's episode, yes. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're a star for us, but it's okay. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Last I checked, we're at 76 subscribers. I know.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive growth. So if you want to join the growth, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Join our cult. I think we're at the point where we can call ourselves a cult now.
You think? I think we're like small enough still.
It's like a nice small.
Because cults aren't big groups. Cults are like a small unit of people.
I think so. So we got to come up with a cult name.
That's fair. Okay. Well, before we get into that, Martha, let's get into your cult question today.
Okay.
All right. I am the beginning of everything, the end of everywhere. I am the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space. What am I?
All right. Do you want me to? Because I know the answer.
Okay.
But do you want me to act dumb and like try and like fumble up
for a little bit to make me feel better?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a deep question. How am I going to figure this one out?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I got you stumped. I got you stumped.
Spell it out for me. Wait a minute.
Do you need me to reread the question? I know it's a lot right there.
Yeah. Go for it. Right. Go for it.
Fuck you. What was the answer? I'm not reading that again. It's a long question.
The answer is E.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah, I'm running out of questions. I gotta find some more, but
I'm just too smart. What can I say?
Yeah, because you missed the last like 5, but that's fine.
Okay, you know what? It's not about the past. It is about the present. All right.
That's right.
And
even though you missed the last 5, that's fair. Even though you missed the last 5, though, today is a different number we're talking about.
Yes.
Top 10 today, Martha. Yes. We are here to finally. Because better now than never at this point.
Better late than never.
We're going to do our top 10 movies of 2021. I thought this would be perfect to do during the award season as we're celebrating the movies from last year. I'm like, well, let's make this list. Obviously, I wanted to do this a lot sooner, but there's so many movies that we just do not have access to till like after the end of the year, which is very annoying.
Very.
Unless you're like in the industry. So we try to catch up on as much as we can and all that kind of stuff. But one more thing before I get into that. My bad. Did you watch anything this week? Because I crammed some stuff in the last couple of days, but that was about it.
I did. Yeah, I've very much crammed the last couple of days.
Kind of our thing.
It's what I do best. You know, I decided I needed to watch every movie that took place in 2021.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I did not have the time for that. So I was able to catch a few. I wanted to like make sure that my list was like the best it could
possibly
for me.
be.
Yeah. So I watched a couple new ones. I finally saw Tick, Tick, Boom.
Okay.
What else did I see? I saw
the
Fear Street. Yeah.
Fear Street, the trilogy?
It took a while. Yeah, the Fear Street trilogy.
Okay.
I liked those. And then I also saw the Summer of Soul.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So
I did not expect you were going to watch that. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw a few good ones. And that was all I was able to catch in. But that's 3, 4, 5 movies right there.
That's about 5 right there. That's good.
So,
I need to update your letterbox with those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Nobody try and look for me on Letterbox right now because my Letterbox was started back in like freshman year of high school, and like I didn't know anything about movies then. I still don't know anything about movies now.
Today, come on.
But like I have slightly better taste, so my plan is to like clean up my Letterbox, figure out my life, and then I will release that to the public. So if anyone is interested in seeing my Letterbox, I will do it once it is okay to witness.
Okay. And until that happens, you can follow mine. I'll put it in the description. But there you go. Anyway.
Yeah. Wait, no. Okay. Don't put it in the description because then they can find me through you. We're friends.
Well, hurry up and fix it then.
Okay.
So I can. Okay, honestly though, I've had mine since I was like 15. I never cared about. I literally have only used it as like a personal diary.
I would always forget to use it, and then like I just put like random things, like random.
Yeah, you like random ass ratings in there.
It was just, yeah, it was, it was not
No,
good.
once
So
you
I'm gonna
once you
clean
kind
it.
of get into it, it's pretty cool, especially just seeing what I guess film community as a whole is like, what's watching, what's trending, and you can find new stuff. You can like revisit old. It's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's very cool, very cool.
Anywho, I watched not a lot of movies this week. Actually, two of them I watched today, and that was it. But the other day, I went to go see with my girlfriend "Marry Me" in theaters. It's a movie.
It classifies as a movie, yes.
Now tell me, I honestly, I was a little disappointed, only to the extent I was not expecting anything great. Give me a second, but I was expecting at least to get some consistent kind of laughs.
Oh,
I thought it would be like
no.
at least kind of. I didn't think it'd be romantic. I mean, look at these two. I mean, J-Lo and Owen Wilson. I'm not expecting romance, but I thought, okay, like
Good show.
it's a very stupid premise. Maybe it'll make me laugh, and I mean, a few chuckles, sure. And obviously, I think J-Lo, they're both very capable actors on their own right. Like they both give their all for this. But as a couple, man, the chemistry is not there, bro.
It is not there.
No, not there. Wait, did you watch this?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this. Okay.
Yeah. I warned you. I did warn you.
You did,
Okay.
but because I wanted to take my girlfriend to a movie, and I didn't think there was gonna be anything else that she really wanted to see, and I was like, oh, I remember we mentioned "Marry Me." Like, why not? That's why.
Oh,
But anyway, and then today I did watch two movies to kind of cram in for the list. I finally watched Coda, which is a Best Picture nominee.
That was the next on my list. I did not have time to watch.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very touching story. Obviously, Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adults, so you just get a very interesting perspective into what that is like for both the child and for the parents, and even the brother in the family is deaf as well. So that was really enjoyable. And then the other movie I crammed in at the last minute was Pig, starring Nicolas Cage. Oh. And your boy Alex Wolff.
My boy.
And I will say Alex is very good, and Nicolas Cage is great in it. You hear the synopsis, like it's Nicolas Cage gets his pig stolen and he tries to find it. You think it's like some John Wick thing. It's not like that at all. It's a lot more subtle.
John Wick, but with a pig.
Basically is what it sounds like, but it's not that. It's very subtle, and
Okay.
it was kind of sweet. Like it had its sweet moments, and
I need to watch that movie,
Touching
but I need
moments.
to watch it with my dad because my dad has like a serious man crush on Nicolas Cage. He always has.
who doesn't?
And then I have my crush on Alex Wolff. So like
So
both
your
of us will
crushes will
just be
collide.
like it'll
Exactly.
be a beautiful moment between me and my father. We need to watch it together. So thank you for letting me know that was a good one.
For sure, I've definitely checked that one out. But that's all I got to watch this week.
All right.
I wanted to. So I'll explain when we get to this. So now we have reached the point where we're going to talk about our top 10 movies of 2021. Very hectic year for movies.
Oof.
But it definitely felt more normal than 2020.
Yeah, it went a lot smoother.
I would say
in some
so.
ways.
In some ways, and I'm trying to do the movie world. Obviously, in life,
Yeah.
not very much. But it seems like it's gotten a little bit back more to normal with how we're getting movies. Not completely yet, and I think we got a lot of great stuff still last year. So I'm excited to get into that. Obviously, like you were saying, we didn't have time to watch everything. Even still, like, regardless, even if we watched all the movies we wanted to watch, maybe later on down the road we'll watch a random movie and we end up loving it and it would be on the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our lists are never fully 100% solidified, you know?
Exactly.
So I will just say this. If you and I do watch a movie later on that's from last year and we love it enough to put it on the list, we'll just, put it as an honorable mention or something in I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We did talk about before. I am gonna start working on like a website for us that'll keep track of all of our lists. So
We
if
did
anyone's
mention that.
interested, you can like look back on our list and we can always kind of tweak
That'd be cool. Yes.
where we need to.
For sure. And I think that'd be fun to look back on and everything.
Yeah.
So I definitely will do that. Is there another point I wanted to make?
I have a point.
What's that?
I saw a tweet and I sent it to you.
What's this tweet?
I just want to talk about this for a second because I think it's
Did
funny.
I
and
look
I
at
think,
this already? I think I opened
yeah,
it up.
you responded back. Yeah. So
I don't remember it.
At Tilda Whirl, I like that name. It's funny. She tweeted, "Why are all podcasts two best friends? I want a podcast that's two sworn enemies. Just two bitches that absolutely hate each other." Well, Tilda Whirl,
That's this podcast right now.
That's this podcast.
But to be fair, you and I have never framed ourselves as best friends for this podcast.
No. We've never framed ourselves as best friends in any context.
I mean, in any context.
And anytime someone's like, oh, you're friends with Cesar? And I'm like, ew, no, God, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Literally every time.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So this is the podcast for you. We are serving to an underserved audience. That people 100%. Who want to see.
And that is a good point, because we think about sometimes like what makes our podcast stand out amongst all the different kinds of ones out there. Every podcast out there is two best friends, two brothers, No, we fucking hate each other.
Also,
we cannot stand each other's guts, and that's why you should watch.
All the movie podcasts like know what they're talking about. We don't know shit. So we are idiots who are putting it out there that we don't know anything about what we're talking about. We're talking about it anyway.
You will literally see my list and be like, "What the fuck is this guy on?"
Exactly.
That's just that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of it. So guys,
that's what makes us unique.
And I just wanted to put that shout out on. Make this a TikTok.
Yeah.
This needs to get out there.
This is how we're gonna promote ourselves on. Okay, exactly. Good idea. I remember that. Okay, let me write that down. Right. Actually, where is this? Make TikTok. And actually, I needed to fix my list real quick. Okay, good. All right.
Making last minute adjustments.
Before we get into our list, do you need to make any last minute adjustments? Any last minute placements?
Nothing. I literally did that right before you called me. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all good.
Having to adjust.
So for this podcast, this is our final list. Right here.
As of right now. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Excited.
Let's get into it. I have no idea what's on your list because okay.
Yeah.
It's like I know what you watched last year, but I don't know your opinions on everything and what you liked more than others. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm very excited to see that. So Martha, so I was going to ask you though real quick. Did you want to list off all our honorable mentions before starting the list, or did you want to do like 10 through 2 and then before our number 1 we do honorable mentions?
Oh, we've never done it like that. That makes more sense to do.
You think so? Because I feel like if we listed all our honorable mentions now, then that's automatically everything I know that's not on your list.
True.
So did you want to try that and see how that goes?
Let's try it. See how it goes.
Why not?
Switch it up a bit. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Let's do that. All right. Let's try that out. Okay. So, Martha, did you want to start with your number 10 or should I?
Yes. I'll go ahead and start.
Okay. Go.
My number 10 is Nobody.
Oh, I made your list.
Do you remember? Cool. Yeah, remember this one? Okay, so we went to go see it in theaters. I had the lowest expectations for this movie. I didn't even know what it was about. And I was like a few minutes in and I was like, okay, I've seen this plot 1,000 times, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I just got super into this movie. It was surprisingly really, really good. A really enjoyable movie. Top tier action sequences. They had everything I wanted in an action sequence. I talk about this all the time. Put music, sync every move to the music, and make sure that every shot is clear. Perfect action sequence. That is what I want to see. I want to see a good fight scene, and that movie had it. And I just loved it so much.
No, I remember I just dragged you out to the theater for that one because that came out at the beginning of the year, and that's when not a lot was being released. And so I heard like that one was good. I was getting good reviews. I'm like, Martha, you want to see this movie? Nobody? She's like, what's that? Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
I had no idea what was going on, but I absolutely loved it after I left.
Okay. So. I really enjoyed it too. Not enough to make my top 10, but I definitely had a ball with that one, especially with the action that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool how they had like Bob Odenkirk being like the main, like the action hero. He doesn't look like your typical.
No, this is what makes it so fun.
And then Christopher Lloyd is his dad too, right?
Ew, he was hilarious. I loved it. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very fun movie. All right. My number 10 is, just to make sure. Okay. My number 10 is The Power of the Dog. Probably your best picture winner right here. The reason why it's not higher on the list is because it's definitely not the most like light watch. Like if I want something entertaining, I'm not just going to put on Power of the Dog. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's just so many layers to this movie. Like the more it goes along, the more you kind of figure out about what's going on with its characters, because it does start off pretty slow, and you're kind of like, okay, what's going on here? But you get a lot with Benedict Cumberbatch, who's great. It's Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Cody Smith McPhee is really good, and it's just this really interesting dynamic that they all have. Like the way it talks about masculinity especially set on, like in a Western where like you think of Western, you kind of think of like hyper masculinity in a sense.
Okay,
So I feel like that was kind of the perfect setting to touch on a story like this. I don't know, like I just I didn't expect it to stick with me like the ideas that the movie was presenting like as long as they did. So I was like, okay, you're in my top 10, and I definitely think it's a worthy Best Picture winner if it goes on to win, which I think it will. But yeah, that's my number 10. Have you seen Power of the Dog yet?
I have not. Only because I heard from someone that it was just really weird and that they couldn't sit through it. And normally like they're the person that I like can trust with movie reviews. So I was kind of like, I don't know. But now you're saying that it's good, and now I know that it's like nominated. So I have to give it a shot then.
Well, it's not for everyone. Mm-hmm. It is a slow burn, and like the turns it takes in the story is unexpected. So I can see how that would work for everyone. I've heard it's one of like the lowest rated movies like by audience scores.
Okay.
So I get that. I get it. But I don't know. It really clicked for me. But yeah.
Okay.
All right, Martha, what is your number 9?
Oh, number 9. Also a movie we saw together, Free Guy.
Cool. Okay.
I thought this was probably the funniest movie all year. I absolutely loved it. Ryan Reynolds was just like you were in the theater with me. The entire theater was just erupting in laughter the entire time. Like it was just so good. It genuinely enjoyed that movie. Like there was just so much good about it.
I definitely did too, especially with Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. Every time I see Ryan Reynolds, I'm like, okay, I like him, but he's doing the same shtick. And this movie, it's not necessarily he's doing something all that different, but I feel like it fits the character.
But it works
better. It works well for this movie. It fits really well.
To me, okay, while I do agree, like, yeah, he does kind of have the same thing going on in a lot of his movies. Like the same kind of
Deadpool vibe, you know?
But here's the thing. It works. It's funny. And, like, yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. Eventually, I think he'll have to, try something new out. But as of right now, I'm okay with it. Like, I get a laugh out of it every time. So, don't fix what isn't broken,
That makes sense. I get you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Free Guy, your number 9. My number 9 is Last Night in Soho.
Oh, dang it. That was also on my list to see.
You didn't get to see this? I think you would really like this movie.
I think I would really like it too. And Edgar Wright. Oh, I love it. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
This is the Edgar Wright movie. We did talk about one of his movies on the podcast, Scott Pilgrim. So check that out. This is the first time he's done, I guess unless you count Shaun of the Dead, but I feel like that's more like horror comedy.
Yeah.
This is more kind of like straight thriller that he's ever done. And I will say some of the narrative decisions maybe towards the end of the movie didn't completely click, but I feel like there's just so much he does here with his style that makes it unique. Like he brings his unique style to the genre that makes it really cool. It's like set in London and like she's going to fashion school. Thomas McKenzie is the main character, and then you have Anya Taylor-Joy. They're both great. Yeah, just like kind of set in this time period, and then it kind of goes back and forth between this other time period, like I don't know, 1900 something in London. Like it's all shot really well. I just thought it was just really entertaining. Like I liked the story that it was presenting. I like how Edgar Wright did it. I think he should do more genre bending kind of stuff. There's this one shot in particular too where sorry, what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
There's this one shot in particular that's really cool. I don't know if it was like an in-camera thing or not, but it's like two characters are dancing at the same, not at the same time, but like, so it's like both of the girls, like one girl like spins and it like the transition suddenly to the other girl that's like dancing to like or it's like through the mirror.
Jump cut sort of.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot of cool stuff he does here, and I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorite directors. I like it. Just he never misses with me. I think every one of his movies is able to just like bring you into his world. Like it is his world, and like you just never know what to expect out of it. But it's like creative and it's enjoyable. And it's just, I love his movies.
For sure.
So much,
especially, I mean, my favorite is Baby Driver. I feel like for me, that's kind of hard to top, but
yeah. I really got to watch this one already. It was on my list of ones to watch. But, okay, I had it on my list, but then I couldn't find it anywhere.
I don't think it's streaming anywhere right now.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna take the financial hit and just buy it because I genuinely want to watch this movie.
But knowing your luck, though, when you buy it and it starts streaming like the next day.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what would happen.
But definitely give it a watch. I would definitely love to talk about it too. I think
Yeah.
it'd be really cool. Okay, Martha, you're number 8.
My number 8, Cruella.
Okay.
I didn't think I would like this movie as much as I did, and I did.
I will say the same. Yeah, me too.
Visually, beautiful,
Top notch.
wonderful. Like the designs happening in this movie. Oh God, like I could go on and on about like the fashion
the
aspect of it, and
costumes.
it's just so good. It was an interesting storyline. I don't know. I feel like there were parts of it that were maybe lacking a little bit, but I still thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Like I've seen it a couple times now, and it's a very rewatchable movie for me. And
I have only seen it the one time, but I can definitely get that vibe that it would be good on rewatches for sure. Okay.
So, there's my number 8.
That is definitely cool that's on your list. Yeah, I really liked the costumes and everything, and even just the story with Emma Stone in particular.
And she's
really
a great actress, so I
love
love
Emma Stone
her.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Cruella, your number 8. My number 8 is Luca.
Okay.
This movie warmed my heart so much. Like it's such a, I don't know, it's another one of those movies. It's like no major plot stakes are happening, like no major conflicts. Obviously there's conflicts, but it's nothing like too grand. Like it feels like a small, sweet, like simple story.
Yeah.
That I really like. It's the best gay movie of the year.
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't love a gay fish story? I mean, come on now.
Dude, I don't know. I talked to people in my family and they had seen it, and I told them that, like, about like that perspective of the movie, and they were like, huh? Like, I didn't see that. I'm like, y'all clearly were not watching Luca then.
How do you miss that? It's so blatantly there. It's in your face.
I'm like, I get it. I get it if you like, if you're watching it, you don't think that's what it is, but acknowledge at least that, like, that's clearly like something that you can interpret the movie as, you know? But they were like, I don't get that. I'm like, it's okay. Anywho, but even on its own, it's just a really sweet story about these two boys and this young girl. Silencio, Bruno. That's all I gotta say.
Silencio, Bruno.
Really beautifully animated too. I wish they would have put this out in theaters. It would have been so cool to see on this big screen. But I
watch it over the summer when they do those kids movies.
Oh, they're probably going to show Luca.
They've got to have it.
They got to.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they show like Soul or Luca as one of those, I will be there because I want to see those on the big screen so bad. But okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, otherwise we got the projector. Does that still work?
Oh yeah, we could do it at my house.
That sounds good too. With some pizza, we can go full Italian.
Ooh, yes, Italian night. I love it. Okay.
Yes, sounds good.
Yes.
All right. So that is my number 8. Yes.
All right, number 8.
Okay. What's your number 7?
Number 7. All right, let me make sure I'm getting this right because I switched some around.
You're good,
and so I was like, okay. Okay, yeah. So my number 7 is Tick, Tick, Boom.
Oh, made your list? Nice,
yes,
nice.
Did make my list. I mean, I've always loved Rent the musical. I didn't know anything about like Jonathan Larson, like his story. Yeah. So being able to like see it and like it's a very sad story.
It really is. Yeah.
I thought it was great storytelling. The movie, the music was great. Had Vanessa Hudgens on it. I love Vanessa Hudgens. Can't go wrong. And I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Okay. I'll definitely be rewatching it. Probably soon. Even though I saw it like yesterday, 2 days ago.
I definitely have wanted to rewatch it. I mean, first of all, Andrew Garfield. I'll just say right here, that's my favorite performance of the year by any actor.
He did a great job, yeah.
Every emotion that he needed to nail in that movie, he absolutely nailed. I loved it. I loved, crushed it. Robin De Jesus too. Should have been. That's his friend in the movie. I forgot his name. The character's name should have been in a conversation for awards. I don't know why he wasn't, because his character too, like, really emotionally.
So intense. Oh god, the acting, so good in that movie.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I thought he did a very good job doing that too.
Congratulations.
I didn't know. So, I mean, when I looked up the movie before watching, like I've heard of Rent. I've never seen it or know anything about it. I didn't know who Jonathan Larson was. So, but still watching the movie, I was still just fully attached to what was going on into that character and everything. So, I'm fully with you on that. I'm glad I made your list. I knew it was gonna be up your alley. I was like, Martha, you need to watch it. To boom.
I'm glad I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that was your number 7.
Yes.
Okay. My number 7 is Nightmare Alley.
Ooh.
the new Guillermo del Toro flick.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's streaming right now, so go watch it if you haven't.
It is?
It's on Hulu and HBO Max. Yes.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yes.
I definitely want to watch that.
A lot of people, I feel like, have viewed this as like one of his weaker movies, but I feel like it's my favorite of his that I've seen. I just thought it was just such an interesting movie. Like, you have Bradley Cooper. He's like, starts off this movie at a carnival, but he's learning like not magic tricks, but kind of tricks, like deceiving kind of tricks, which I guess is magic. But like, so that first part of the movie is really cool, especially with the other cast that's in it. It's like Willem Dafoe, Toni Collette, Rooney Mara.
Ooh, what a cast. Ooh, that's going to be good.
Kate Blanchett later on he meets up with, and he kind of goes on in the outside world, let's say outside of that carnival, and applies those kind of deceiving tricks for money, and it turns into this really twisted story that I thought was beautifully done, both visually and with the story. So and also probably my favorite ending of the year, which I won't say anything about, but I love the way it ended. Okay. Yeah, love this movie though, and I'm so glad I got it for Best Picture, because a lot of people were saying I'm like, I love it, and other people do too, which is nice, because I felt kind of alone. I was like, I love this movie. What are y'all talking about?
Okay, I will definitely watch it then, because I like those sort of fantastical. Yeah. Like kind of, I feel like it has like a bit of a creepy edge to it, which
a little bit. I wouldn't call it like horror like some of his other movies, but like
yeah,
definitely has like a dark edge to it.
Okay,
for sure.
That's my thing. That is my thing.
Hell yeah.
So I gotta watch it.
Which is kind of funny, because your entire list so far has like been like nothing but light.
Okay, yeah, I was going through like a major crisis, because I was like, why don't I have any horror movies on my list? And I was like, I need to because I was thinking back to all the horror movies I saw, and like not a lot of them did a very good.
Did we even get any good horror last year?
We didn't, is the problem. And I was looking through all of them, and I was like, either like the best ones that were out there were all like very like indie small movies that like not a lot of people heard of, but all the big ones, they were not good.
All the big ones were disappointments. I mean,
so disappointing.
I could just think of Halloween Kills was a letdown. I didn't mind Conjuring 3, but that one's not great. I can't think of what else.
It was not good.
We're not doing a worst movies of the year list, because I don't think we saw enough that we hated to really warrant talking about. But
if we did, The Devil Made Me Do It is at the top. Okay, that one is shit. It was complete shit. I'm sorry. It was terrible.
Anywho, Martha, this is a positive list. Let's get on the positive. Breathe.
Anyway.
Anyway, that was my number 7. Martha, what is your number 6?
Number 6, Far From Home.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Spider-Man.
I thought it'd be a little higher for you. I'm curious what made your top 5. Oh shit.
I was really struggling with like the how I was gonna like put these in order. I don't know, because I was like, okay, these are all collectively my like the ones.
You said Far From Home. It's No Way Home.
No Way Home is what I meant. I don't know. Okay, look.
Okay.
It's okay. I finished up this list like 5 minutes before you called me. Okay, so I was like rushing. My pencil, like my fancy pencil, was like not working, so I had to use a regular mechanical pencil. Okay, it was a whole thing. All right. Anyway,
such a struggle. I understand.
It's a struggle. Anyway, yeah, I have first world problems.
Anyway, Spider-Man. Why is it your number 6?
Spider-Man, so good. I think this is probably like top 5 Marvel movies going on here. Like I saw it on my birthday in theaters. So like
nice.
On time. Can you believe it? Crazy. I don't know. Like I've
birthday present over?
Yeah, I mean it was a great birthday present. I mean, I just had like such a reaction in theaters. Like I have never screamed in a theater before. I screamed. Like I was like, oh my god. I grew up with all the old Spider-Man movies, so like and I absolutely adore Tom Holland's Spider-Man, so like it was so good. It was just so good. I loved it.
I don't think I screamed like that in a theater either before. And I've seen some movies in theaters that like had scream worthy moments, but I don't think I let out a scream like I did for this one for sure.
Yes. Crazy.
Okay. Yeah. So that is your number 6, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My number 6 is Don't Look Up, which we also did an episode on. Check that out. Did not expect it to be this high on the list, but I don't know. Watching it a second time made me appreciate it even more. Like, It's not the smoothest ride all the way through, you know, but it might be the funniest movie of the year for me. Like, definitely up there.
Yeah.
And then, like we talked about in our episode on it, like just it's a satire, but like it's very close feeling to what we're going through right now. And I think that also affected me to an extent too. So, yeah, I just got a lot out of this. I just think it's a lot of people are shitting on the internet, and I get it, but like I mean, I realized it looking through. I'm like, this is my favorite movie. Actually, that's nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I'm like, okay, I guess I would vote for this one, but
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it a lot.
I certainly wasn't expecting it to be nominated like that, but like but that doesn't mean that I didn't like it personally. It was the fact that I knew that a lot of people
You weren't expecting it, but it's not because of your personal preference, just because, yeah.
My personal preference, I loved this movie. I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was great. So I'm glad to see it made your list. Yeah,
okay.
It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that one too.
Cool. All right, we're now in our top 5. So shit. I feel like you're gonna be surprised by my top 5, but we'll see.
I feel like
I'm gonna be more surprised by yours. I don't know what's in your top 5. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
I think once I say them, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Probably. Okay. Well, let's see. Martha, was your number 5?
Okay, my number 5 was Luca.
Oh, duh.
Also had Luca. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Oh God, gay fish love. I love it. And it's just, it was the story we needed. You know, thank you, Disney, for doing one thing right at the very least.
Something.
But yeah, no, I mean, we talked about it already. It's such a sweet movie. Everything about it. I think that is like definitely one of my new comfort movies that I could just like throw on, and it's just a nice warm hug, because like the scenery of like being set in Italy and just like the relationship between the two, like it's just so sweet.
Sweet. It's so sweet.
It's so perfect. I just love it so much. They did such a fantastic job on this movie.
I know.
So
I loved it. It was so good. And we matched one on our list, at least. That's good.
Yeah.
You got one?
I don't think any of the other ones are gonna match on
You don't
yours.
think?
I don't expect any of these to be on yours. No.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see.
Well, I was gonna ask you, what was the one you listed before Luca? Was it Spider-Man?
Yes.
And before that one?
Tick Tick Boom.
That's your number 5. Wait. Okay, I'm keeping your list down just as a record. So you have Nobody, Free Guy, Tick Tick Boom, Spider-Man, and Luca?
Nobody, Free Guy, Cruella.
Oh, Cruella. I forgot Cruella. Okay, my bad. All right, we're good. We're good. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 5, speaking of having movies on the same list, is Free Guy. I honestly am surprised that it ended up higher on my list than yours.
Yeah.
But I saw it a second time with my dad, and I don't know. I had such a fun time watching it, dude. Like, this is one of the movies where it's like just pure entertainment for me.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds in this is great. I love Jodie Comer in this as what's her character's name? I don't remember. Stranger Things dude is pretty cool in it too.
Joe Keery.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just thought it was a really sweet story. Just really entertaining. Like, I don't know. Like, I go to the movie theater. I just want to be entertained. Like, it's it's a movie that made me feel good. I'm like, this is what like going to the movies is all about for me. It's like seeing movies like this, and like also Channing Tatum in it, fucking funny as hell.
Hilarious.
How could we forget about that? Chris Evans' little quick cameo was perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Not necessary, but perfect.
Like, yeah, sure, the story is what it is, but like they do so many things creatively with it that I just had so much fun with.
It's creative, and that's what it is. That's the beauty of this movie, is that it doesn't care. It just does what it is. So, like this is it. I love it.
I did expect where everything was gonna go with the story, but I didn't expect how creative they're gonna be with how things would go in the movie, and I had a lot of fun with that. So yeah, that is my number 5 is Free Guy.
Great. Good one.
Number 4, Martha.
Number 4. In the Heights is my number 4.
Oh fuck! I forgot that came out.
Okay. So first time watching it, I was like, I liked it, but then the more I've watched it, the more I like love it even more.
Okay.
I've always had a special place for the musical in my heart. That has always been and always will be my all-time favorite musical. So when I found out that they were making it into a movie, I was so excited about it. And I think they did a pretty good job putting it into film. You know, it has that beautiful, fantastical element of it. And it's a movie that like me and my family can watch over and over again. It gives us that little sense of like, yeah, like we are proud to be who we are. And like we love the music that we listen to and that we dance to. And like it's represented very well in this movie. And I don't know. I like the themes of the movie. The music is absolutely incredible. I sing the songs all the time. So yeah, I think overall it did a really good job. I know you didn't like it very much.
I liked it. I thought it was just okay. I don't know. Like I thought the music was fine. I thought the story. I don't know. I thought everything about it was just fine. I would say the one thing I did really like was the way it was shot. I loved how it was shot. I thought the performance was very good. I don't know. I liked the movie, but that was about it. I have not gone back to rewatch it. And honestly, I don't know if I will again. But how many times have you rewatched it, actually?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Because this is like a movie that like not only I rewatch by myself, but like I rewatch with my brother and I rewatch with my parents. And like we're just like always like, oh, let's put that one on. So yeah.
Because I remember when it came out, we like briefly talked about it. And I could tell you really liked it, but you weren't as like over the moon about it. Yeah. So it's cool to see that the more you rewatch it, like the more you get out of it. It's very cool. Yeah. And I'm really glad you like it as much as you do.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So that was number 4?
Yes.
Okay. My number 4 is The Green Knight. The movie we were supposed to see in theaters and didn't. And I'm pissed because this is like the most gorgeous movie of the year to me. Like the way it's shot, the costumes, the production, like it all just looks so damn good. I love Dev Patel. He's great in this. It's a Shakespeare story, and it's kind of told in like a slow way, but like in a way that feels like very fantastical, and like I don't know, it's just something about it just like grabbed me from the beginning. I was just with the story, and I thought the way it was all presented was just really, really well done. And I got in nowhere with any awards, which is fine, I guess, but I thought it was great. And
well, I'm sad that we never saw that one in theaters.
I know. And you haven't seen it still.
Haven't seen it still. I will watch it eventually. It is on my list.
Please do. I love this movie. But yeah.
Your entire list is just me saying, oh, I gotta watch that.
I know, bro.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Number 3, Martha.
My number 3, which I finished just a few minutes ago. Fear Street.
Okay, which one? If you had to pick one.
I think I like the second one the best.
Okay.
I don't know. I liked them all very much. I think they were all very good. Because I was talking and I was like, I don't have any horror movies on my list, and I was very upset about that.
That was a good horror movie. You're right. I forgot about that.
And so I was like, okay, maybe try this one. So like last minute, I binge watched all 3 the past like 2 days. So today and yesterday, and I was like, okay, I enjoyed these. Like the gore, top tier.
They did a great job with that.
Absolutely loved it. And I love me some gory movies. that is my thing. I love my horror movies. Yeah, that is my jam. It's my bread and butter. And they did a great job with that. I think, the whole storyline itself is actually pretty interesting, like to follow along. And the whole concept of having like these is like a trilogy, but you release them like week after
it was like 1 week after another. It was pretty cool to watch it that way.
It's so cool to see it like that. Like I genuinely thought that the concept that they did with it was really cool to see. So that aspect of it was really good. But the movie itself, I genuinely enjoyed. Interesting characters, cool twist going on there. I didn't see it coming, so that's cool because normally I can see the twists coming. I also don't think
you're so smart.
I think it also could have been that I was like just watching them so quickly because I wanted.
You probably have no time to catch up and think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to like really stop and think like, all right, who is behind it? Like I tried to in the first one, and then I like had my theories, but then it ended up not working. So I was like, well,
come on, man.
Whatever.
Why would you say part 2 is your favorite?
I don't know. I love I think it's the setting. that I
It's
love
like kind of the
most.
Friday the 13th kind of camp setting
It's
to it.
the camp slasher set in the 70s, like everything, just that whole vibe to it just brings me back to like a classic slasher movie, and I love those so much because they're just
I get you.
they're lighthearted and fun.
They're so enjoyable.
Yeah. In my mind, that's how they work. So
No, I get it. I mean, I'm definitely the same way. I mean, I definitely really enjoy this trilogy. I actually think part 3 is my favorite one. I would go 3, 2, then 1 if I had to rank them.
I would go 2, 3, and then 1.
Okay, yeah. I thought the way that they explored the different time periods of the story and then had them all connect together by the end of it, I thought it paid off really well, and I thought it was really cool that they were able to do that with these 3 movies. So, for sure. All right. My number 3 is The Last Duel. This is the one Ridley Scott movie that should have been the awards conversation, unlike House of freaking Gucci.
House of Gucci.
But this cast is amazing. You have Jodie Comer again from Free Guy, and she fucking should win the Oscar for this shit. And then you have Adam Driver, you have Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, which they also co-wrote the script on. Affleck and Damon did, which is, I think it's their first time that they wrote on a script since Good Will Hunting. I'm not sure, but
I love that movie. So
yes. What I did love about this movie and what really touched me, this is definitely one of those movies. It's not like mind-numbing entertainment or anything like that. It's a very heavy movie because it specifically touches on, you know, the issue of sexual assault, and especially in a time period where if women were to speak up, it's like, okay, women were clearly not deemed as like important at this time period. So it's kind of like her word meant really nothing. And the way they do it in this movie to make it seem all that more effective is they tell it in 3 different perspectives. So so Matt Damon is Jodie Comer's wife in this, and Adam Driver is the one who assaults her. So the first act of the movie is told through Matt Damon's perspective. The second is through Adam Driver's, and the third is Jodie Comer's. And they emphasize that her perspective is the truth. But like each perspective you get has these slight little differences. You see the same scenes like over and over again, but they're like done slightly differently through like facial reactions from the actors and different things like that, to like you pick up on these things, and it makes such a huge difference in how you interpret what's going on. And then especially like with the whole medieval setting of it, like the actual duel that they're in, like the action that is in this, it's great. Like it's so brutal, and yeah, I don't know, just the emotion, just like it's such a heavy story, man. And like the sad thing, it feels still, the crazy thing about it, like it still feels relevant, like this issue of women dealing with this, which is crazy. It's like, but they tell it in the story like that's, you know, way in the past historically, but like you're still seeing this today, which is just even crazier thing about it. So I was pretty speechless by the end of this, and I love this movie.
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, so I've heard that like the story was good and that the actor choices were a little weird.
I thought they were all great. I mean, they definitely Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have their crazy hairdos, everything.
yeah, I know they look ridiculous, and I think that was the problem, is like the appearance for them.
But I don't know. I don't know if their appearances were supposed to be historically accurate or anything like that. I didn't really kind of think about it too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
I still want to watch that one. I love those kind of stories that it's like told from the different perspectives. I like, just this past week for one of my classes, I had to do like a analysis on like the story about how it's like only told from like one guy's perspective, when really like there is like a whole other character who he is speaking for, but like we genuinely know nothing about what's going on through her head, and it was a whole thing. It was very cool. So that is relevant to, you know, what's in my brain currently. So I definitely got to watch that soon.
Okay. It is on HBO Max right now, so you can't watch it.
Okay.
It is very streamable. All right.
Streamable.
We're getting closer. Martha, what's your number 2?
My number 2. I absolutely love this movie. Mitchells versus the Machines.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. You're right.
I loved this movie so much. Like, this one just brought like a smile to my face. Just talking about it makes me so happy. Yeah. I like this. The characters, very relatable. I literally had several members of my family and like friends all like talk to me and be like, "Hey, have you seen this movie? Because you should so watch this movie, and you should watch it specifically with your father."
It's definitely a father-daughter kind of story.
We watched it and we were like, hey.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, okay, so this is kind of us, but anyway, it was, oh god, so many good laughs. Just like the awkwardness of it, it just all felt like so close to home, and I think that's why I absolutely love it. The animation is so cool.
It's great. The creativity that's in this is like
the creativity. It's so much. It's there. It's so great. I absolutely adore this movie. I can watch it 1,000 times. And yeah, that is my number 2.
I get it. I remember starting this movie, I was worried it was gonna be like a little too quirky for me. And it is in a way, but
it is.
But the more it goes on, like the more I did like get attached to like the father-daughter relationship, especially. I thought was very nice. I liked how they had Katie like being a filmmaker. I thought that was kind of a cool thing for her personality, like her character. And just the brand of humor, I think, is just really funny. Like, especially, so I know, so these two didn't direct it, they produced it, but Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they're the ones behind Jump Street and Lego Movie and stuff. Like, even though they're not the directors, you can kind of feel their brand of humor on this in a way. And definitely the innovations they did with the animation, similar to Spider-Verse too. Not the animation, it didn't look like Spider-Verse, but I guess like how these movies coming out, like they have the different ways that they mess with the animation.
Yeah, it's not the standard 3D that you normally see. Like it's very, I don't know. Yeah, it is a very unique style of animation that I'm very much enjoying. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I had a good time with this too. Yeah.
Actually, side note, that reminds me of something. I just have a quick question to ask you. Have you seen the trailer to the new Chip and Dale's movie?
I saw part of the trailer. It looks fun.
I am absolutely enamored with this movie. I need to watch
Andy
it.
Samberg and John Mulaney are the...
Yes. And
I think they're going to do really good. Yeah.
The concept that they have, for those of you who don't know...
It looks like a Roger Rabbit kind of thing, right?
It's okay, so yeah, it's sort of like set in that world where it's like Roger Rabbit, where it's the animated characters meets like the real world. And essentially, Chip and Dale were these big Hollywood stars back in like the 70s. Well, fast forward to present day, and now they're like seen as like these like washed out old Hollywood stars, and it is absolutely hilarious. I saw this trailer and I was like, I need to see this movie yesterday. Like I am so excited for this movie. I need to add that to my list of most anticipated movies.
Oh, for sure. I actually just saw a poster for that recently. It comes out May 20th.
Yeah,
so we will definitely be doing. We can definitely do a episode on that when it comes out.
Oh please! I am begging you. I'm so excited for that. But anyway,
back to the list.
Back to the list. Yeah.
My number 2. Oh shit! I lost it. My bad. Where is it? Okay. My number 2 is No Time to Die. Oh. The new James Bond movie. Before this came out, I had not seen a single Daniel Craig Bond movie. I had watched Skyfall when I was younger, but I didn't remember it. I literally binged them all like the week going to. I was like, these movies look so cool. I just want to watch them all and see what happens. And I don't know if just watching them all one after another so fast got me so emotionally attached to Daniel Craig as Bond that when I saw No Time to Die, I was like, I almost wanted to cry at the end. I don't know why. It was so strange. I was like, this is not happening. But they do such a great job with the action. It looks amazing. I love him as Bond too. I think I haven't seen the other Bond movies, but what I understand is he's never been an emotional kind of guy. And this one, you get the emotions through to him, but in a way that feels true to the character. He doesn't turn suddenly like completely vulnerable, but like you can see the subtle vulnerabilities in his character throughout this, and I think it culminates here really well. You have Rami Malek as the villain, he's cool. But who else is in this movie? There's a scene with Ana de Armas badass. I would love to see a movie with just her in it. She's not in the movie enough, but I loved her parts in it. I don't know. I think just emotionally for me, like this was like the conclusion that I needed for this character, and like it ended up being probably my favorite of the Bond movies he's done, which is pretty crazy because I love Skyfall. But yeah, I was so happy I caught up on everything before I saw it in the theater because I loved it. But yeah.
I've seen only a couple of the Bond movies. I need to sit down and just have like a marathon and binge all of them. Because from what I have seen, I do genuinely enjoy them. Like I think they're interesting concepts. So good, I love like I always dreamed of being a spy when I was a little one. So I feel like this is just like me living my dream. through the movies. So I should definitely watch them.
God, no, please no.
That'd be a terrible spy.
Yes, you would. But we might get your fix through these movies for sure. So I would definitely recommend it. Hell, I have all the DVDs. You can borrow them. Catch
All right,
up.
cool. I will do that. I'll take you up on that.
All right. Yes. Where are we? We're about to get to number one. One more movie away.
time.
But before we do that, let's get into our honorable mentions. Martha, I'm curious what did not make your list because I have no idea what your number one is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me your honorable mentions. What was so close to making your list but did not make it?
Okay. Don't Look Up. That was one.
I didn't make your list. Okay.
I was struggling a lot with it. I didn't know if I wanted to like have it on my. I don't know. I was having a really hard time doing this list because there were some really good ones.
I get it.
Let's see what else was there, and then there was Sing 2.
Damn, that was close to making your list. Yeah, I mean,
I loved it. Don't get me wrong.
I liked it more than the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd still up for debate. I need to watch it again because I don't know. I don't know for sure. But yeah, so Sing 2. Summer of Soul. I definitely added that a little bit last minute, but like I genuinely enjoyed that. I thought it was really, really interesting to watch and getting to see all those performances.
Yeah, it was great. I definitely think. I hope it wins documentary this year.
Yeah. Okay, so like looking back. Okay, clearly I was like really like struggling last minute to fix my list because No Way Home is also on my honorable mentions, even though it's on my main list.
2 Spider-Man movies did not come out this year, Martha. But that's okay.
Anyway,
Ignore.
Encanto.
Okay.
It almost made me, another one I struggled with. I was like, I wanted to have it on my list, but like that first time watching it, I still feel like there are some things that I would definitely change about this movie personally, but I think overall it's still a great movie.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's that. Muppets Haunted Mansion. I got a good laugh out of that one.
I didn't get a chance to watch that around Halloween, but I heard good things.
I really, really enjoyed it. I love the Muppet movies.
I love the Muppets, dude. I grew up with them.
I love the Muppets. So like, I was like, okay.
Their brand of humor like works with me so much. I don't know why.
Right? It works every time. It never gets old. And then this one is a little bit of a throwback to. I was like, no way that this came out in 2021, but I double checked. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I like triple checked. But Malcolm and Marie, that came out in.
That did come out this year, yeah. So like February.
Fun fact about that one: it was right before we started this podcast, which I think we're coming up on like our 1 year anniversary.
We're almost to a year, yeah.
Yeah. So you had told me, you were like, all right, if we're doing this, I'm gonna need to assign you movies, like more movies to watch, because I had gotten into the slump where I just did not watch any movies. That was the first movie you recommended to me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I need to start doing that again. I kind of stopped doing it.
Yeah, you did. You stopped, and that's where my downfall went. This list would have been a lot better
if I had consistently done that.
Yeah.
Especially because so many movies were streaming, so it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will start doing that again. I will find one after we're done with here, and I will send you off the week with something.
Okay. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, Malcolm, I forgot that came out this year too. I did like that one. I didn't love it, but I did like it. And that's another movie from Sam Levinson, which I think is great, from like directing Euphoria and everything. So.
Oh yeah.
But okay.
Yep.
I still have no idea what the hell your number one is. But before we get into that,
as soon as I say it, you're gonna be like, oh.
Probably. But before we get into mine, or yours too, let me list off my honorable mentions real quick. Candyman.
Oh, we should have added that one. I liked that one too.
Was that an honorable mention for you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put that down. Yeah, I really liked it. I liked it more than the original. I thought it was really creepy, really well done. Cruella is an honorable mention for me. Best Disney live action movie, like hands down. Violet, I don't know if you've heard of this one. It is a movie I saw from the South by last year. It stars Olivia Munn, and it's basically, I don't know, she works like in the entertainment industry, but the really interesting thing that connected to me with this movie is just like she always has these thoughts of like, it's like this voice inside her head that's literally like thoughts of self-doubt and like anxiety like throughout her head the entire time.
Okay.
But but the way they visually put it is like they'll write the words on the screen, or like they'll flash the screen red.
Yeah.
I don't know. They present it really interestingly, and I liked it a lot. Encanto, also honorable mention for me. Shiva Baby, which I don't know if you got a chance to see. I'm assuming no.
Did not get a chance to see that one.
I
no.
told you to, because Polly Drappa.
Polly Draper, that is my future mother-in-law right there. So,
because honestly, I remember she was in it. She's so funny in the movie. If you could watch it,
she's hilarious. I absolutely love her movies.
You know what? We need to do that one soon. Then we need to talk about that one soon, because I think you would really like it.
Yeah.
Bad Trip. Did you watch this one on
Bad
Netflix?
Trip.
It was a hidden camera movie. It had Eric Andre, Lil Rel.
Tiffany
Haddish.
I didn't watch it. No.
It is so fucking honestly, like, it's up there, one of the funniest movies of the year for me. I thought this movie's hilarious. Loved it. The Suicide Squad, way better than the original. Believe me, way better. And that's James Gunn for you. Dune did not make my top 10. I think narratively left me a little cold, but technically it's like the best movie out there for sure. I love Denis Villeneuve. Pig, which I talked about earlier, made my honorable mentions. West Side Story also made it in, and Tick Tick Boom barely made the list. Honestly, between that and Power of the Dog's kind of like right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Tick Tick Boom. But anyway, yeah. But those are all of my honorable mentions for this year. Cool. Martha, what the hell is your number one?
My number one is The French Dispatch.
Oh.
See, I told you you're gonna be like, oh, dang it. Of course it's that one.
Because I pushed that movie so far away when I was done watching it, because I didn't really like it very much.
I don't know how.
I remember we saw this together. You loved this movie.
Yeah. This is so funny that we went in, we saw the movie together, we walked out with very different opinions of this movie. Mm-hmm. I absolutely loved it. The stories were just so fun, and like, I don't know, I love them all. I mean, Wes Anderson, I feel like he does a great job.
Yeah.
Every movie he does, and this one is just another great one to add to his list. I told you, like, this movie was like pure serotonin to me. Like, the entire movie, I could not get the smile off my face. This is a movie I enjoyed. Like, from start to finish, I enjoyed this movie. Like, it gave me like good, happy vibes. It did what a movie is supposed to do. It makes you happy. You know, it like made it like, I loved it so much. It was beautiful to watch because it's Wes Anderson. You can never go wrong with visually with his movies. I don't know, like, the stories, the acting in it was amazing. Had Rat Boy. That's my favorite Rat Boy, you know?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Rat Boy? Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I definitely, I appreciate what Wes Anderson does. I mean, I love some of his other movies. Grand Budapest Hotel, I love with all my heart. Mm-hmm. Moonrise Kingdom, like, movies like that. This one, I honestly think it was just the story. I just could not...
Yeah.
Really, I didn't really care about what was happening, but the way it's shot is amazing. Like, especially the way they transition between the different, like, black and white and color and different aspect ratios and things like that. Obviously the production, and I mean, it's weird for me because, like, I love Wes Anderson's work, and it's like, I would say about this movie, like, if you love Wes Anderson, this is for you, because this is the most Wes Anderson thing he's ever done. But I don't know if it was too much. I don't know, but I totally get why it's your number one. I remember. Yeah. I would turn and look at you in the theater, and you were just constantly, like, smiling. I was enamored. Yeah. I loved it. So I get it totally. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Yeah. But your number one though is interesting. I would have thought you maybe put Mitchell's above it, or. That one was another one I struggled with. I was like, I don't know which one I loved more. Both of them were movies that just made me so happy. So I was like, I don't know. But those are the two that put the biggest smile on your face. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, my number one definitely put the biggest smile on my face. You probably already know what it is. You don't? Do I? I'm sure once you say it, it's going to be like, Yeah. It is a movie you already talked about, Martha, and that is Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, really? Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. I figured it would be somewhere on your list. I'm not going to say it's the best movie of the year or anything like that, but, dude, the freaking... no movie. I don't, dude, bro. It makes me so happy just thinking about it. Like, it's just like, seeing it in the theater was one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. Like, the only other two movies I've ever experienced anything like that in the theater was with The Force Awakens came out, and when I saw Endgame in the theater. But even this was like might have been crazier than both of those. Because the movie's been out for a while. I'm spoiling. When freaking Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield step through those portals, bro, it's like
best.
The child in me like leapt out, especially
seriously.
I don't love Andrew Garfield's movies, but I love his Spider-Man. But Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, dude, I love those movies.
Pause. Okay, let's just talk about that for a second, okay? It was not Andrew Garfield. It was the writers. They did him dirty. No. He did. No, I know. I'm just putting that out there, okay? I just need everyone to understand that, okay? Did not love his movies. That was because of the writing, not because of him. Absolutely adore that man.
Very true. And that's why if they were to do another movie with him as Spider-Man, if they got good writers, go for it. But the movies he was in were not good. But Spider-Man was great. And he showed it. He was great in this. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
He was great in this. Freaking all the villains that came back were great. Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin, bro. It was like he never.
So good.
It's like he never left the set from the first one.
He never left. Oh yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
You had Doc Ock there. You had Jamie Foxx kind of redeemed himself from that movie too. Like all that, bro. And then Tom Holland, bro. Like this. What I loved is that you had all of this nostalgia, I guess, kind of fan servicey things in it, but it wasn't just fan service. Like it all not only serviced the plot, but it serviced his arc as Spider-Man.
Exactly. It was true to the story, to the real story of Spider-Man. God damn it! Like, okay, it was true to the story like of Spider-Man, and like just did such a good job, but in a way that like meshes so well with the story that they have been building with Tom Holland, and like it works so well in so many ways, and so good.
And even I forget the end's kind of sad too, like kind of bittersweet in a way.
Everything about like there's like I literally cried. And it takes a lot for a movie to make me cry, and I cried several times.
And that's why I was surprised. I honestly thought I was going to be higher on your list.
I don't know.
So when you said number 6, I was kind of like, obviously you loved it enough to like put it there.
Yeah.
But, like,
I don't know. Yeah, I was telling you, like it was hard to rank these.
I get it, bro. I mean, yeah. But that was my number one. Like, actually, I was looking back of all my top 10s from years past. This is the only time I've ever put a Marvel movie as number 1. It's interesting. It's not my favorite Marvel movie, though. I would still say Infinity War is my favorite. But this is, like, right up there. Definitely one of the best Marvel movies, in my opinion. And I cannot wait. They just announced when it's coming on Blu-ray. I cannot wait to buy the copy of that.
They did the beam.
It's like 80 minutes of special features. I'm like, bro, give it to me.
Oh, yes, I need it. Absolutely.
Did you see the picture they posted? I went, yes.
The meme. I love it. I loved it so much. I was like, this is incredible. This is what we need. This is the energy we need in 2022. Yeah, not all the shit that is going on.
Hell no. And I think the thing that left me the most, too, was this. Like, watching that movie in the packed theater was the first time, like, I felt normal in a long time since like COVID happened. Like for a second, it felt like we were back to like how things were before.
Yeah, it was
I don't know. I just thought that was a perfect movie for that, and
it was.
I loved it. Loved it. But yeah,
all right,
that is my number 1.
I like your number 1. I liked it.
Thank you. So I'd say our lists are pretty damn solid, Martha. I've actually seen every movie on your list, and you've only seen like 2 on mine.
I have seen like 2. Yeah.
Actually, let me look here. You've seen. 1, 2, 3. You've only seen 4 of the movies on my list.
Hey, that's almost half.
But no, I did. One movie I haven't seen is on your honorable mentions. I did not see Muppets Haunted Mansion. So
yeah, there you go. So get on that, sir. I'm gonna watch all of your movies. You're gonna watch that one. Yeah.
Next Halloween, I got you.
Okay, cool.
Anywho, all right. Well, that is our top 10 of the year.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna make a joke and I forgot to make it. I was gonna say my number 1 was The Kissing Booth 3. I'm so sad. I was
such a missed opportunity. Hey, I'll just go ahead right now and tell you my number 1 of 2022 is Tall Girl 2.
Oh, damn, you're right. I already know it. It's gonna be absolute classic, instant classic.
Instant. I don't know why Netflix is promoting Power of the Dog for Best Picture. Why aren't they campaigning that? I don't understand. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Tall Girl 2.
No, but that does it for our list, though. Does it mean there's still plenty of 2020 movies that you haven't seen, that I haven't seen, and some of them we can even do on this show.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, through the website, that we
that I
want to
will
do.
eventually build. Yeah.
Exactly. We can like update the list. For example, West Side Story is streaming next week. We can do that one eventually because you haven't seen it.
That's definitely gonna end up on my
one
list.
I wanted to
already know
see
it.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
One that I really wanted to see that I thought was coming out this week on streaming, which is not until next week, is Drive My Car. It's going to HBO. So I want to watch that. So you know what I mean? There's opportunities for that. Hell, even Cyrano just came out like this week, and like I don't know what the hell they did with that campaign, but it's not, I don't know. It's just it's very weird.
Yeah.
But things will change. But as of now, these are our lists. I'm very happy with my list. I'm sure you're very happy with yours.
Yes.
It'll be fun, and I'm gonna start assigning you movies so you can have a really full, like.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get into next week. And speaking of movies, I had a transition in my head and I lost it. Anywho, Martha.
Yeah, speaking of movies, which is this entire podcast.
Speaking of movies, Martha.
Next week,
we are talking about which movie, Martha?
we are talking about Kung Fu Panda.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited for this movie. I absolutely love it. Now that is an instant classic.
God, how many DreamWorks movies have we talked about?
Not enough, okay?
Is this like
in
the
my
third
book,
or fourth one?
it will never be enough. DreamWorks is
need-
top tier animation.
We need to get through. Okay, I will say though, so I know they're doing that movie, The Bad Guys, coming out.
Yeah, I want to say
I think
that
it made
one.
y'all much. Dude, I don't know if this trailer that they showed in the theater, I don't know if it's the newest one or the oldest one, but it's not a good trailer.
Probably not. I don't know. I mostly
They
want
were
to see
just
it
playing
because...
Bad Guy from Billie Eilish over it the whole time. It was just a weird trailer.
Oh. Yeah, then I think it's a different trailer.
Okay, it might be then. Because I was looking, I guarantee the movie's going to be better than this trailer is right now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Anywho, DreamWorks has a lot of good shit we can talk about. And we're not done. And we're going to keep it going with Kung Fu Panda. It is streaming on Netflix. If you have not seen it or want to rewatch it, there you go. But yeah, what else we got? Oh, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find us on streaming there. If you want to put us on the background while you're driving or, working or whatever, find us there. Social medias, Twitter. I almost said Facebook. Fuck no. Instagram, TikTok, at Inner Wider Screen. And finally, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, do all that good stuff. It built up our cult, which we have not named yet, but we will soon.
We will do that.
We will do that.
Yeah. If you guys have suggestions, throw them out in the comments.
Also, too, any suggestions for any episodes, like any ideas or any movies you want us to talk about, please let us know. And we will definitely take those into consideration.
True that.
Because we love our cult. We
love our cult.
Yes,
we love
do.
all of you individually. And if I could, I would go and sneak into your room every night and give you a good night kiss and tuck you into bed. But legally, I cannot. So
that turned really creepy. Really fast.
Well, it's a cult. It's supposed to be.
Sure. But you keep that in your head next time, Martha. Okay.
All right.
All right. I was gonna ask you if you had anything else to say, but I think you just kind of wrapped it up.
Yeah, I think that's enough out of me.
I think that's
tonight,
about it from you right now. So, okay.
Bye.